Bill, your Mountaintop Media online technician, and I'm here to give you a tutorial on the Allen & Heath SQ Series console. Today, we're going to look at patching. Let's get started. We are basing today's tutorial on the SQ7. Due to the fact that I'm an animated character, I do not have access to a real console, so we are going to use the SQ Mixpad app from the PC. It has the same functionality, it just looks a little different. We are going to focus on patching inputs and outputs, so that's going to be our starting point today. I'm also going to assume you know a little about the console, so we're just going to dive right in. The first thing you're going to do is tap the I/O button. This will take you to the patching screen. Let's take a quick tour of the patching screen. First, down the left-hand side, you have what you are patching: inputs, outputs, or tie lines. The next column on the left-hand side is the subset of that input. For this tutorial, we want inputs and input channels. This will take our source and patch it to an available input channel on our console. Now let's look at the top section. These tabs are a list of input socket sources you can patch from. You can select from local, that's the back of the console; Slink, that's the digital snake; USB, or an I/O port, that's an expansion card, if you have one installed. Next, let's look at the grid. The row of numbers across the top is the channel number of the input source you are patching from. The column down the side is the console channel you are patching to. If you cannot see the channel number you want to patch from or to, don't worry. Simply swipe to move the grid to the left, right, or up or down. The other thing to pay attention to is the patch button located here. This needs to be enabled in order to patch, so tap it, and it will turn white indicating that it is enabled. Let's do two examples. For the first example, let's patch an input. Let's patch S-Link channel 8 to console input 4. Make sure you have the patch button enabled. Make sure S-Link is selected from the channel input sockets. Make sure inputs and input channels are selected. Now simply find the grid reference, row IP4, column 8, and tap the grid square. The grid square should turn white, showing your channel is patched. That's it. You're done. Now, if you're like my colleagues here at Mountaintop Media, who often forget to enable the patch button before they tap the grid square, don't worry, the console has you covered. A confirmation message will pop up on the screen asking if you want to patch the input socket to the console channel. The message also reminds you that this action will enable the patch button. Simply tap yes. The input will be patched and the patch button will be enabled. That was patching an input. For our next example, let's patch an output. We are going to patch the main outputs to local channels 15 and 16. First, select Outputs in the sidebar. As you can see, the screen is a little different, so let's take a quick tour. Here is where you can patch direct outs, mix outs, rack effects, and monitor outs. This time, the column on your left are your console outputs. The sockets across the top are the destinations. The numbers in the row are the output channel numbers of the selected destination. In this example, we are patching the main outs to local channels 15 and 16, so we need to select Mix Out and Local. Again, make sure the patch button is enabled. Scroll down to find main LRL and main LRR in the console outputs. Find channels 15 and 16 across the top. You may have to scroll across. Select the grid square main LRL 15, then select the grid square main LRR 16, and that's it. We are done. Once you are finished patching, we recommend disabling the patch button to make sure you don't accidentally change the patching. We hope this has been helpful for you. On the patching screen, you probably noticed the tie lines option. We are not diving into that now, but we'll cover that in another tutorial. For any questions about your SQ Series console, contact us at Mountaintop Media. We can also help with system design, equipment sales, installations, training, live events, and all things related to audio, video, and lighting. Thanks for joining us today, and a big thank you to our valued clients. This is Bill with Mountaintop Media, wishing you blessings. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.